proudly at the top of the Laidler Conference, unbeaten in 50 games. They face a wounded Dragons team after a tough defeat at the hands of the Widnes Wild last night, where they lost 2-1 in their quest for that elusive fourth spot and a chance for playoffs. We're here in Deeside tonight to see if the Deeside Dragons can put a small but meaningful dent in the Solihull grip of this Laidler Conference.
We're here at Deeside Leisure Centre for the Deeside Dragons versus the champs, the Solihull Barons.
Solihull, a tough team to beat, and the pressure's really on Deeside here tonight. You've got to bear in mind, Solihull have gone unbeaten in 50 games. Deeside always find it tough against Solihull, and I don't see it being very much different tonight. Everything's against them. They've got nothing to lose, really.
What you're seeing from Solihull is a real team effort on the scoreboard. So many guys contributing to their offence.
You got Joe Henry there, 41 and 42, and Thomas Saw, 41 and 29. With those kind of guys on the ice, Deeside are going to struggle to play a defensive game. I don't think they're going to get a chance to play any offence whatsoever. And you've got to remember, you've got people like Perry Doyle, ever present for Solihull. He's a big guy, a man-mountain of a player, and he's going to be very dominant on the ice tonight.
But let's have a look at the league table for now. Let's see where these teams stand. You got Solihull unbeaten at the top of that with 56 points, and Telford and the Sheffield Senators tied up their season. That race for the fourth place is getting ever tighter though, isn't it, every week, Gary?
Well, it's still one of four teams, although Widnes are currently sitting in fourth spot, and they're looking quite promising with 30 points, but they're running the final few games. Nothing to be sniffed at. Most people will probably say it's an easy running, but every game is a must-win game at the moment, and that includes Deeside and Hull, who are both sitting on 26 points, 5th and 6th respective. And of course, don't forget Nottingham Lions. Okay, they narrowly lost 3-1 last week to Deeside, as we saw, and they put up a good fight. Don't write them off yet. They could sneak in there. If Widnes trip up, and all the teams that are watching over their shoulders, they're all playing for that fourth place. Anybody could get it.
We've got to give a shout out to Ross Kennedy. Can't be here at the game tonight. He's on international duty, so best of luck to Ross, and we'll see him at the next game. But other than that, Gary, I think it's time to get started.
I think it's time to drop the puck.
And the face-off is won by Deeside. Steve Fellows gets it to Allard Roberts, who chips it to centre ice. Allard Roberts plays it in, loses it to Nicholas Otterson, plays it round his net, back out to centre, gets it to Eaton, cross ice pass to Saw, gets it to the blue line to Crow, who dumps it back in to Otterson, and back to Saw, who's looking for a man out front. Otterson tries for a wraparound, no. Nice shot by Saw, goes in, and it's a goal for the Solihull Barons.
A well-designed play there.
Gets it to Yannick. Just Deeks. Looks for Bruce out front. Couldn't get a man. It's cleared to centre ice. Lovell chases Yannick down. Cross ice pass is stopped by Chappell. But the Barons back on the offence. Lovell and Chappell keeping up the pressure. Nice shot. Goaltender just keeps that out. There's a shot by Joe Henry. Henry takes another shot, and that's over the net. Solihull take a shot, stopped by Fellows. In the corner, we're going to try and play it out, take a shot. Stopped behind the net by Yannick. Drops it back. Mike Jones keeping up the pressure there, keeping it away from Ely. It's back.
It's in.
It's in. It's a goal. The referee saw it cross the line.
Snuck in round the back as well.
Just pressure in that goal crease. Just keep poking at it. And so the face-off is going to be at centre ice. Won by the Dragons. So that's a goal for Andrew Whitehouse. Henry clears that. Kenny Williams dumps it back in. Back the other way, Henry has it, and Kenny Williams in a collision at centre ice on the long boards. Ely and Kenny. Phil Knight tries to clear. Parsons manages to get it to Mitrick. Along the boards to Fellows at the point, who takes a shot. And it's in! It's a goal for Stevie Fellows and the Deeside Dragons. What a nice little chip.
That, my friend, is exactly what you need right now. Give him a little bit of hope.
A nice effort, just keep dumping it on net and see what happens. And with very little offense so far in this period, the Dragons managed to pull something out. Narrow that gap somewhat. Down ice to Clancy. Williams has gone back for that. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Can they make one last play? Kenny Williams tries to play it out front. No, he's going to dump that in as the Barons return to full strength. Try to clear. It's Meadows and back out. Fellows forced to dump it back in. That's it to Selwood. To Doyle. And Rogers down the wing. Dumps it on net. Clancy plays it to Fellows, who gets it around the back of the net. Whitehouse in the corner. Gets it to the point and it's back out to the Dragons. Cy Furnival just misses the puck. Goes back for it. Nice dig, but puts it on the stick of a Baron. That's Larkin. Plays it back the other way. Dumps it into the corner. His line mate has that. Larkin plays it out front. Shot. Blocked by Fellows' skate. Mark Lovell under pressure behind the net with Whitehouse. And that's cleared. Another quick line change for the D for Deeside. As the Barons keep up the pressure. Lovell to Gavin Austin. Kenny Williams, rather. And Paul Davis with Mark Lovell. Skate it down the other way. Lovell plays it in into the corner. Gets it to Furnival. Takes a shot that's high. It's back out. Barons face down with 3 men. And it gets to Bryn Roberts, who plays across ice to Mike Jones. Davis is going to take another shot. No, dumps it into the corner. Artisan has it. Under pressure from the Dragons, loses it to Lovell, gets it out front. Mike Jones, shot from the point. Into the blocker of the goaltender. And it's dumped down the ice to Clancy. Leaves it for Mike Jones. Another line change for the Dragons. Miscue there, and Otterson has it in front of the net. Takes a shot. It's in! It's a goal for Nicholas Otterson of the Solihull Barons. Tussle for it. Dragons tried to get it out front, but Saw puts them under pressure the other way. Bryn Roberts gets to it first. To Aled Roberts. Can't clear. Saw along the boards. Eaton and Otterson keeping up the pressure. Saw gets it back out front, and Harrison at the point keeps it in. Mike Jones behind his net. Otterson at the point. Saw too many Dragons in the way of the shot there. Puck's out front. And back into the corner. Barons tried to play it out front. Otterson plays it to the point, turns it back and takes a shot. And ends up in the corner to Saw. Harrison has it, keeps it in. And they've got the Dragons pinned down now. Clancy makes a nice save there. Chris Jones manages to get his stick on the puck. Can he get it out? No, Otterson keeps it in. Saw behind the net. Nice check by Chris Jones as Eaton takes a shot. The Dragons are flailing. Meadows looks exhausted. Mike Jones tries to chip it out, but it's kept in. Solihull just keep up the pressure. It's in front of the net. Saw, can he get a shot? He does. And that's cleared. No, it's kept in. Harrison, fantastic work there. And it's back out. Barons trying to play it back the other way. Puck possession of Solihull Barons has been absolutely incredible in these few minutes. Otterson plays it behind his net. The Barons just showing why they are unbeaten so far this season. It's a real clinic from them. Whitehouse skates it in down the wing. Tries to get it in front of the net. No, goes around the back. Looking for a man out front. Stopped. But kept in at the point. Ely plays it back. In front of the net. And the referee's going to call that a goal. Chappell wins that for the Dragons. Under pressure, Parsons turns it round. But Henry clears it to number 40, that's Josh Bruce. Jones and Mitrick dump that in behind the Solihull net. Henry, under pressure from Mike Jones, has to drop it back. Around the boards. And a lost stick there as Mitrick struggles for the puck in the corner. Shot. Ooh. And that was Henry just covers up on that. And Mitrick and Yannick having words there. Are we going to have some fireworks? I think Mitrick took a look at the size of Perry Doyle and decided better of that.
There's no answer to that, really. Perry Doyle is one person you don't want to be arguing with on the ice.
Face-off is won by the Barons. Knight around the back. Harrison gets to the point and the Dragons take a shot into the corner. And back the other way is Otterson. Under pressure from Austin. Around the back of the net. Will he find a man out front? Still has it. Fans on the pass. Couldn't quite connect. As the Dragons clear it. But the Barons dump it back in. Fellows goes back for that in the corner. Plays it along the boards. And that was up into the bench of the Solihull Barons. Face-off won by the Barons at the blue line. That's Kieran Paps. Gets it to Rogers, who plays it out along the boards. Skates it in, takes a shot. Ooh. Clancy looked like he didn't know where that was. As Crow takes a shot, it's up into the netting. Clancy lost the puck there.
Very much so. It looked like he had no idea what was going on. Uncharacteristically, though, Solihull, a few scrappy and missed air shots there. It's not like them.
Face off to the right of the netminder is won by the Barons, who chase down the ice for it, but Parsons skates in. Ely loses it to Chappell. And Mitrick turns it back the other way. Deke loses it. As Paps clears. Parsons forces it back the other way. Looking for a man out front, gets it to Mitrick. On the back to Chappell, back to Mitrick, takes a shot. Too much traffic, fans on another shot. Roberts on the blue line takes a shot. And that's into the chest of Sam Hewitt.
Well seen by the goalkeeper there. No way he could have seen that coming and got his body right behind that shot.
So many people in front of the net there as well.
Yeah, they were obviously obscuring his view, but he's sure and steadfast in that net.
5:27 gone in the second. Face off to the right of the netminder. And the Barons play it round the boards. They tried to clear. Perry Doyle gets it to Selwood. Meadows fans keeping that in. Joe Henry back the other way in the Dragons' corner. Can he get it out front? Shot. What such fantastic skill by the Solihull Barons. A little bit of trick shot there. And they couldn't get it in. Henry tries to set up another play.
It would appear, Dave, that Clancy's troublesome knees seem to be giving him a bit of problem.
That could very much be the case. He looks in some serious pain there. And it looks like that quick 1-2 from the Barons forwards has taken its toll on him. Face off won by the Barons. Harrison can't clear it. Mike Jones keeps it in at the point, but Eaton just pokes it out. Jones and Roberts. Roberts gives it back to Jones, but it's a miscue. He has to go back for that. This is not what the Dragons need on this power play. They need to attack. Parsons brings it in. Behind the net. Plays it round. But the pass is taken away again. And the Barons just dump it back down as Mike Jones goes back for that. Bryn Roberts. Gets it out front to Davis. To Parsons. Drops it back for Davis. But Lovell has to get that. Stick has been dropped. Shot. A lot of traffic in front of the net. And Parsons has been pushed by Harrison into the netminder, which is going to bring about a stoppage in play. With a minute remaining in that power play opportunity. 7:38 gone on the clock. Dragons 1, Barons 4. Face-off will be to the right of the Barons netminder. It'll be Chappell for Deeside taking that. Chappell wins the face-off. Cy Furnival plays it cross ice. Shot by Fellows. Rebound by Chris Jones.
Yeah!
And it's in the back of the net thanks to Simon Furnival, who was stationed in just the right spot outside the crease. Just waiting for that rebound, and he finally gets it. And that's a power play goal for Deeside.
And that's exactly what you want to see from Deeside. All these rebounds, and there was nobody there to capitalise. This time they've made it pay. A glimmer of hope, maybe.
Face off won by Chap. Mitrick takes a shot. Goaltender just gets his stick on that. There's a pile up in front of the net. Parsons. And one of the Barons players. That looks like Perry Doyle. Doyle is going to the box. We're just waiting to hear what that call is. Perry Doyle in the box. And a face-off to the right of the Barons netminder. Barons win that. Henry. But pressure in front of the net. Yannick gets either a fist or a stick to the face. And that's a tripping penalty for Perry Doyle. Another face-off. Won by the Barons. Selwood brings it right around the boards, but Roberts stops it at the point, keeps it in to Parsons. Under pressure. Him and Lovell. And there's going to be another penalty. And that's a Solihull penalty. We've got a 5-on-3 for the next minute and 45 seconds. As Yannick goes to the box. Face-off is going to be to the left of the Barons netminder. 5-on-3. Can the Dragons capitalise? They have to capitalise if they want to get back into this game. The puck is with Dave Clancy. Bryn Roberts plays it back out. Lovell drops it back. That's offside. They've got to get back onside. They do. Selwood. A little bit of keep away. Still a minute 15 left in this 5-on-3. Can the Dragons capitalise? Mike Jones. Loses the puck at centre ice to Joe Henry, who plays it back in. And the Dragons just look exhausted at this point. They can't set up a play at all. Roberts. Cross ice straight into the stick of the Barons, but Parsons recovers it. Loses it again. Bruce turns it round. Joe Henry back the other way. 2-on-1. Deeks it past the netminder, but Clancy just drops down and stops that. Nice moves as Andy Chappell.
Oh, another one.
And we've got another penalty coming to the Barons. And so face-off to the right is won by the Barons, who tried to clear. Chris Jones keeps it in to Furnival. Chris Jones takes a shot. Takes it into the corner. Fellows at the point. He's looking for a man. Shot through traffic is deflected high. Furnival to Chappell. To Chris Jones. Takes a shot. And that's wide. Back out to the point, but they don't have a man there. Fellows at centre ice. Dragons have to come back onside. Furnival down the left wing. Tied up. And Fellows has to dump it behind the net. The Barons just tried to get that out, but Fellows keeps it in. It's high to Parsons. Shoots. Nice save. And the puck chipped out to Davis at centre ice. Turns it back round. Furnival. Saucer pass. Chris Jones. It's 5-on-4 now as Davis in front of the net. What a shot. Parsons couldn't get a piece. And the Barons turn it back the other way. Clancy has that. Barons tried to set up a play as Perry Doyle gets it to Henry. He just skates it in. A lot of pressure from the Dragons. The Barons have it behind the net. Couldn't get it out front. Turns back around. Bruce, shot into the chest of the netminder and back the other way. Chris Jones. Perry Doyle squares up to him. And a shot. Nice shot there, is just deflected out to Davis. Tries to get it in front of the net to Jones, but no. Otterson turns it round. Saw. Otterson. Saw takes a shot. Clancy keeps on that, but a fan on the pass puts the puck back into possession of the Barons. Saw behind the net. Lovell turns it back round. Can he clear? Bryn Roberts has it. Chips it out to Furnival, who gets it to Davis. Dumps it in. But it's recovered by Paps. And Otterson brings it back the other way. Otterson with a shot on net. Battered away by Dave Clancy. And a collision in the corner. And another shot on net by Eaton is stopped by Clancy. Lovell. Bryn Roberts takes a shot and it's a goal! Goal for Deeside on the power play. It's exactly what they needed at this moment in time. And this building comes back alive. Won by Chappell. Artisan along the boards. Saw. Shot is wide. Out to Crow. Plays it along the board to Paps. And Artisan. Crow. Shot. Into traffic. Stopped by Fellows, who dumps that puck back out. 20 seconds remain in the penalty kill. The Dragons go for a line change as the Barons try to set up a play. Long pass to Eaton. Paps. Shot. Clancy stops that. Nice save. Eaton. Shot is high. Saw. Round the back of the net. Nobody at the point. Deeside return to full strength now as Mitrick and Alan Roberts skated down. Shot. Alan Roberts in front of the net. Couldn't get it in. And it's cleared. Barons back the other way. Artisan is alone in front. Deek.
Well saved.
And a fantastic save by Clancy. Jones to Mitrick. Gives it up to Saw. Artisan brings it back the other way. Drops it to Saw. Shot. Clancy just stops that. Rebound ends up with Saw though. Around the back of the net. Another shot is high. Dumped out. Chris Jones down the right wing. To Furnival. Furnival out front. He had Jones in front of the net but couldn't reach him. Puck's turned round. Harrison. Dropped back to. And a shot from Harrison. He keeps that in. And it's Henry the other way. Shot is in. It's a goal for the Solihull Barons. And there's only so many times you can keep it up, Gary.
That's a shame because it was very much end to end, and you thought Deeside, the amount of attempts they had on goal.
Face off at centre ice is won by the Barons as Chris Jones is furious down in the penalty box. Barons, Bruce. Davis turns it back the other way. Shot is wide. Lieutenant misconduct as Joe Henry is in all alone. Shot and it's in. It's a goal for Joe Henry. Solihull Barons get the puck in net again. Just minutes after widening the gap, they do it again, and it's Deeside Dragons 3, Solihull Barons 6. Face off won by the Barons, who play it behind their net. A little bit of keep away going on. They decide to play it out now. That's Yannick, skates it in, but is checked by Ryan Jones. Nice play by Ryan Jones, just clears the puck despite being brought down. Chappell couldn't get that in. Doyle sends it back. Off of Bruce to Henry. Skates it in. Cross ice. Ryan Jones trying to keep that away from Bruce, who gets in out in front of the net. Nice poke check by Bryn Roberts. Is cleared Down to their netminder. Bruce, he's in out front, along with Henry, but they couldn't get a shot. Mitrick gets it to Alan Roberts, who collides and loses his stick at centre ice. Joe Henry at the blue line, loses it to Davis. Davis could be in all alone here. Shot, yes! It's a goal! Paul Davis with a goal for the Deeside Dragons. And there's some fighting going on in the corner now straight after that play. A pile up along the boards. And it's Mitrick again. And the Barons are going to the box.
Selwood.
That's Ryan Selwood. Lovell wins that face-off. Back to Jones. The Dragons are on a power play for the next 2 minutes. Bryn Roberts, under pressure from Joe Henry, turns back. Lovell. That's the puck to Jones, who chooses to dump that in. Saul going back for that, but Davis beats him to it. Passes out front, couldn't get a shot. And it's cleared. Back down to the Dragons' end to Clancy. Bryn Roberts behind his net. Plays it out front. Collision at centre ice. Parsons brings down Bruce. And a shot is wide. Davis has it round the back of the net. Gets it out front to Parsons. Couldn't get a shot. Davis on the corner. To Lovell. Takes it to the point. Cross ice. Yes! Shot, and it's in! It's a goal for Deeside! Another big goal! A power play goal for Deeside with only 2 minutes left in this game. They could tie this up.
Well, this is certainly a spectacle. This is definitely one to watch. If you're not here, why aren't you?
Face-off is won by Henry, who loses it to Davis. Davis back the other way, left wing. Shot. Perry Doyle on that. Clancy's left the net. 6 men on for Dragons. And a shot right the way down. It's just cleared. And it's going to be an icing call. Brought back down to the Barons' end with a minute left to go in this game. And this couldn't get any more tense.
If you're the Barons, you just got to throw everybody in front of that net, stop anything coming in. If you're the Dragons, you just hit that puck.
Face off to the left of the netminder. Won by the Barons. Henry off the boards, gets it out front. But Davis, he has it. They're trying to set up a play, get that netminder back out. Bryn Roberts with a huge collision at centre ice. Henry with a shot. And now there's a fight. Doyle and Bryn Roberts are going for it. And the punches are flying. But Bryn Roberts wasn't going to bite. He didn't throw any punches there. Just trying to draw the Barons out. Face-off won by Lovell. Shot. There's no netminder in for Dragons. They've got 6 forwards on. Jones round the back to Davis. Bryn Roberts at the point. Shot is stopped. Roberts back of the net to Mac Jones out front. It's stopped by Cy Furnival. Gets it to Lovell. Shot deflected high. Whole building on its feet.
6, 5, 4,
passes back the other way. Shot
2, 1. It's
tipped
it.
high. And that's it.
What a
the
shame.
end of the game.
What a shame.
And there's a fight.
Oh, it's the goaltender.
The goaltender's ripping his shirt off. He's trying to climb over the barrier into the fans.
Oh my goodness.
He's going for the fans. This is incredible.
Disappointing result today, Bryn, but a great game for you.
Yeah, well, definitely. I wouldn't say disappointing. That was a very, very good effort for a team that good. I mean, we just proved what our team can do against the best team in the league tonight.
Yeah, particularly that second period where you actually beat Solihull on for that period itself. It was brilliant, great penalty kill. How do you feel coming out of a game like this?
Well, proud of the lads. Definitely proud of the lads. Everyone worked hard. Everyone put a shift in tonight. I'm just proud, yeah.
And a great reception by the fans at the end.
Yeah.
How much does that mean to the team?
Oh, it means a lot, especially, well, it's nice to see them behind the team because we went through a rough patch really, and I don't blame some of the fans for being upset for our performances, but like they're back behind us now and we're playing well and it's very supportive.
Steve, what a game.
Wasn't it just? Yeah, absolutely. I think you know, Solihull are a class team, and the league doesn't lie, and they're undefeated in the league. But we gave them a real game tonight. I think the first period we went at our best and we were 4-0 down, but then the second period, the third period, we actually won them periods, and I think it's the first time that Solihull's ever lost periods this season. So really proud of the guys tonight because everyone put in a shift and worked hard.
Steve, it was amazing, particularly that second period where you won. There was a lot of penalty kill, great penalty kill from Deeside. 3 versus 5, and still no goals conceded. You've really tightened up in that defence.
Well, it was one of the areas that we needed to really work on, to be honest, because we were leaking goals on the penalty kill. So it's something we've been working on in training, and yeah, to play against Solihull, 5-on-4s, 5-on-3s even, and not to be scored on, it's credit to the lads putting in the effort in training.
And particularly after the last couple of weeks when there's been a lot of fights on the ice, the discipline seemed right today. Yeah,
I mean, they're a big physical team, Solihull, and they took some penalties which helped us on our power play. That was the one thing that we've tried to look at and tried to work on, our discipline. Because we're never going to win games when we're in the box. So there's areas where we've been working on it to show tonight because everyone worked hard and put in a shift.
And there was 2 minutes in that third period around the 53-minute mark where they got 2 quick goals, and then all of a sudden it changed. It must have been fantastic to be part of going from another 2 goals conceded to what was at the end, a chance to take it to the tie.
Well, I think it must have been entertaining for the supporters here. Very loud tonight in the den, and we had a tough game in Wigness last night as well. So probably we were feeling that last night because we had a really close game there, and then we've come into tonight and we've had a really close game again tonight. So the tempo seemed to shift a little bit. They were on top, then we were on top, and then there was a couple of penalties, and it was up and down, end to end, and. Great advert for our league. Really good advert for hockey.
Yeah, it was one of the best games that we've seen all season in terms of the excitement, and particularly that third period where you just didn't know where it was going to go. Looking forward to next week when you travel to Solihull. Can you take all of that and continue that next week?
Well, hopefully so. Hopefully so. In their barn, it's really difficult. You go in there. There's 500 to 800. Supporters there getting on your back, and I know our supporters were on their back tonight, and it's like an extra player out there for you, isn't it? Giving you that boost that you need. So it's always a difficult place to go into Solihull to play, but if we put in a performance like this, the main thing tonight was to give them a game. We had nothing to lose, everything to gain, and that's the mentality we'll go into next week's game with.
Perry, the streak continues.
Yeah, it does. It was a hard game tonight. Deeside played really well. First period, I think your netminder was a bit dodgy, but then he got into the game the second and third period and made some good saves and made it a lot harder for us. Team played well. Our team, kept on plugging at the players, and we kept going, and we come out with 2 points. But it was one of our harder games. I think we made hard work of it. We could have, done a bit better, but we got 2 points.
Particularly those last 2 minutes when you found yourself in the box watching everything that was going on in front of you. How did that feel?
Oh yeah, I got put in a position there. One of your players come in with a high hit, and I look after my players, so I had to do a job, and it was hard sitting in the penalty box watching that. But lads pulled together as a team like we do, come out with 2 points.
And exciting times for Solihull with promotion on the cards. How are you looking forward to that movement on next season?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be good step up for us. It's what we really need. We're ready to go in that league. We've got a good team, and I think we'll do really well.
How is the team developing as a whole this season, and how is it moving on?
As a team, we're getting closer and closer. It's probably one of the best teams we've had in Solihull for a while. All the lads are getting on really well. We protect each other. We've got each other's back, as you've seen out there. And you know what? When we go into next season, we've got a good team, and we're going to do a good job.
What a game, Josh.
Yeah, it was a good game. We've been kind of wanting a game to challenge us for a bit. So obviously some of the score lines we've been putting up, it's good to have a nice close game really. So yeah, it was good.
And how does that add to the streak and the momentum that Solihull have had? 51 games unbeaten. It must feel quite amazing to be in that position.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can get in a bit of a kind of comfortable position when you're beating teams like 10-1, 10-2 and stuff. So the game today obviously kind of ignited us a bit and got us going again, so that'll be good moving forward for the playoffs and into next year.
Looking forward to next week. You've got Deeside visiting Solihull. Do you think there'll be that extra spice continuing for that game?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel you guys always perform better at home, but I still think it'll be a good game, and one we can put on the same kind of entertainment level for our fans as well.
And what are your personal goals looking forward to that promotion for next season?
Just definitely for the team, just kind of keep going, keep contributing to the team, and trying to lead the team in a way that for the younger guys coming up as well, that they can look at and try and emulate themselves, and just kind of keep going with that really.
Well, good luck with that and enjoy the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Mark, quite amazing game tonight.
Yeah, it was a good game. We started really slow the first period. I think that's where we let ourselves down. And I think, to be honest, we give them too much respect, thinking they are a good team, but we shouldn't be giving them that much time on the puck or not battling in the corners, and I think that's why we went down. But the last 2 periods, we come back, battled hard, and turned it into a good game.
For you particularly, I think your experience is telling to all the spectators watching. How does it feel to be in that position with this experience, with youth players coming through? How are you dealing with that?
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's been, well, I'm 32 now, so not as old as Stevie. But it's one of them things, everyone's got a responsibility, and if it's bringing the kids through and guiding them or giving pointers here and there, then I don't mind that. It's one of them things that comes with playing the game and bringing juniors through, which is a good thing, because at the end of the day we need more juniors, and that's what we're going to have in the future with senior hockey as under-18s coming through. So I don't mind that role.
And looking in this game tonight, when it was 5 versus 3 in that second period, you were kind of in the forefront of a lot of that defence. It was amazing. The fans were reacting. It must have been an exciting time on the ice tonight.
Yeah, it was. When the fans got behind us, it did probably give us a boost as well, especially when we killed the 5-on-3, 5-on-4. I think that was probably a good turning point in the game as well. So, and then the fans were behind us then, gives us a bit more momentum to carry on going.
And looking forward to Solihull next week away. Can you take this momentum, particularly of those last 2-3 minutes of the game when it could have gone either way, to that game?
Yeah, I think we've got to, because, like I said before, the first period we give them way too much time on the puck, a bit too much respect, didn't work hard. So if we take the last 2 periods into next week from the first drop of the puck, then I think they're going to be in a game, aren't they? And I think after them 2 periods, they'll know we'll probably come to work next week for 60 minutes, hopefully, because I think if we go to their barn and give them that much time, we could be 6 or 7 down by the first. So,
well, good luck with that game, and we'll speak to you soon.
All right, thanks very much.
the end of a exhilarating game there between the Deeside Dragons and Solihull Barons, certainly more than we were expecting. And you heard the comments from Mark Lovell just then about how much respect the Dragons gave the Barons going into this game. Proved costly in the first period.
Very much so, and it just goes to show you can't back off so much like that. You've got to go in, fire out the gate straight away, get your points on the board, and Deeside fails to do that.
Next week, Dragons are at the Barons. It'll be the last encounter between those two teams for the season, and it could be a real close game to watch if this is anything to go by.
Well, Solihull truly are lords of their manor, and it's going to be a tough battle for anybody to go into their barn.
We're going to be back in 2 weeks' time. We'll have the Coventry Blaze coming here to Deeside. It could be a crucial game now, as the Dragons have lost 4 points this weekend. In order to catch up and compete with the Widnes Wild and Hull, they're going to have to make sure that they win every game from this point on. It is, it's vital, and hopefully they might claw it back, who knows. So don't forget to join us then. In the meantime, join us on Twitter at DropThePuckTV and on Facebook. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night.